Hi, welcome back to CineMunnPodcast, your favorite two people in the world to listen to go on and on about movies. Stop laughing. Joined once again by Tony Metropolis. We're probably going to drop Golden Delicious from his title because, frankly, it's just sad now. I mean,
You're the only one. You're the only one carrying that.
You know what? I will carry it to the ends of the earth. So
I don't endorse that title.
It's not about what you endorse. It's about what we endorse on this show.
It's about how we make fun of you.
Yeah, well, that too. Because I get
about taking away your rights.
What rights? You have no rights. This is a podcast. There's no rights on a podcast. Fuck rights. Crazy. We got a couple topics to go over tonight, and hopefully you'll join us and share your opinions on them. First one being Jurassic World. Jurassic World has been the number one movie of the, last weekend, opening to over 200 million just in North America, just on its opening weekend. And breaking 500 million worldwide, which is, I think, the highest opening ever for an opening weekend of a film. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
If it can beat out Avatar and it beat out Titanic, then I'm for it.
Wow, that's not biased at all.
Those films, explain to me why those films deserve to be in first. Deserve.
Titanic? I really can't tell you. Avatar was, in its own way, its own leap forward in effects. Lawyered.
That's it?
That's
You're going to give Avatar number one movie of all time because of effects?
People kept going back for some reason, and it wasn't the story.
Effects? It wasn't the story.
It wasn't the story.
People were just dazzled by the effects. You know, my thing was when I saw Avatar...
You stop? What's a stop?
Shut up. Remember? There's no rights here.
No shit.
First time I saw Avatar, it reminded me a lot of StarCraft. So, to me, it was M+.
StarCraft reminded me of friggin' Pocahontas. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean the technology aspect of it. But yeah, it reminded me of Pocahontas, Ferngully, Dances with Wolves, Gone with the Wind.
Dances with Wolves, that's the other. Gone with the Wind. Really?
Was it Gone with the Wind?
No.
No?
No, Dances with Wolves. That's about where it stops.
Okay. Alright.
I don't think there was any slaves in Avatar like there were in Gone with the Wind.
Kind of.
What, the weird dragon thingies that they're mating with while they fly? That was creepy. Yeah, that didn't make sense to me. So anyway, yeah, Jurassic World, number one in the world on its opening weekend, breaking records. It surpassed Avengers: Age of Ultron for highest opening weekend for a film, and it's just basically snowballed into this giant, massive success film. Now, the fun thing is, depending on what reviews you listen to, what you read, some people like it, some people don't like it, some people like it for the nostalgia factor, some people like it for Chris Pratt, who shines like the world's brightest star right now. I mean, that man can do passion projects, whatever he wants to do is passion project. Like, if he wants to make a film about him living in a box on a corner in Hollywood, he can do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got the kind of power right now between his work with Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy, now he has Jurassic World. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And the nice thing about Pratt is how humble he is about it all. I mean, he's still the nice, cool guy. He's very open, he's very honest about the success, and he loves it. I mean, this is someone who loves to make movies for his life, and he loves the projects he's in.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, depending on who you listen to with Jurassic World, if you haven't seen it, I do recommend going out and seeing it. Obviously, for some reason, Tommy has not seen Jurassic World.
I told you.
Whatever.
Last week was kind of shocked.
I was at a bachelor party. You know what you do? The groom should go see Jurassic World because it's that fucking cool.
It didn't have strippers in it. There were no nudity.
You know what? They don't even have strippers in it. You know what? It's fucking dinosaurs. Surpasses strippers. They eat strippers for, like, appetizers, and then they go on to the main course, which is, like, another dinosaur. Well, we're going to do a semi-review, since someone here at the table did not see the movie.
You can just say what you liked about it. You don't have to say, we'll do a semi-spoiler review.
I can't do a full spoiler review, because someone here hasn't seen the movie, and I don't want to spoil it.
Hence, spoiler review.
I'm not going to spoil it.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not going to be a spoiler review, because someone here hasn't seen it. So Jurassic World opens 22 years later after the events of the first film. This is as director Colin Trevorrow put it, a direct sequel to Jurassic Park. Basically,
1, 2, or 3?
The first one. Don't be a smartass.
Well, there's 3.
You're not letting me finish my statement. Director Colin Trevorrow has stated that this is basically sidelining Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. And
really?
Yes. He's basically kind of pushing it. Like, he's not saying they're not canon, they're not part of the stories, but he's pushing them aside and stating that Jurassic World has a direct connection to Jurassic Park.
Sounds like...
and in the film, you will see that.
Like Jurassic World Days of Future Past.
No. There's no time travel. There's no Wolverine. It's not set in the 70s.
No. It's an alternate scenario. That's all it is.
Jurassic World's a future past.
Dinosaurs traveling through time.
Dinosaurs traveling realm to realm.
What was that? That's what was it? Good PlayStation game called Dino Crisis. Actually,
I remember that game.
Yeah, but
I didn't play it, but I remember it.
They need to bring that game back. That was awesome. But anywho,
it opens 22 years later from the original film.
I thought you said 14.
22. Pay attention.
Then what was the 14 you mentioned earlier?
I didn't mention 14.
Continue.
What conversation are you in?
I'm listening to you.
Are you?
I thought it was.
Clearly not. Set 22 years later, damn it, on the same island as the original film, they've now built a new vision of John Hammond's dream, which was Jurassic Park, is now titled Jurassic World. It is a full-blown, I guess, amusement park. Kind of a blend of Disneyland and the zoo.
Yeah. And
SeaWorld all in one, which was beautifully done. And if you saw this movie as a kid like I did, it will... If you saw the original film as a kid like I did, like probably you did even, excuse me, you will hopefully be drawn back to that. I mean, I was. There's a few times in this film where I was completely drawn back to being 7 years old again in the theater watching Jurassic Park. And there are direct homages to it, from the statue of John Hammond to Winston Steakhouse, which was done in memory of Stan Winston, to even certain shots that reference back to the first film. If you have watched it enough, you'll see what I'm talking about in the visitor center when the kids are digging up little fossils. They have completely upped everything with the dinosaurs. They've made it believable. Like, this is the place I want to go see. This is the place I would love to travel to and go to for like a weekend. Is Jurassic World. I mean, they made a big old hotel resort, everything like that. They made it really smart. And obviously the main plot of the film is that because people have become so complacent with seeing dinosaurs so often that
it's kind of dying.
The board is kind of losing its luster. So the board decides to up the ante by doing gene splicing and creating new quote-unquote dinosaurs for the park. And that's where you get their...
Did you say dinosaurs or dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
Oh, dinosaur. You said dinosaur.
Or even dinosaurs, plural, because this film does leave itself open for a sequel. But someone needs to see it to understand that.
So, Jurassic Worlds.
Plural. Jumping from realm to realm.
So it's Jurassic World, Jurassic World.
It'd be like a raptor and Flash Gordon riding the weird little skiff.
No, I expected it to have a sequel.
I did too, but I think most people expected that it would lead to a sequel, but I think they were taken aback by exactly how much money it did make in that first weekend, and that's really the biggest part of it. And
as long as the sequel takes place in San Diego.
No, we're not doing that again. I don't think they'll ever do that again. That was met with such lackluster interest, I think, that part of Lost World. I liked it because it was San Diego, and obviously we are in San Diego, so that kind of made it fun for us to see our skyline with the T-Rex in the foreground roaring. Like, that was cool for us.
Yeah, but you can see that in Top Gun.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. Top Gun was filmed in Miramar, or part of it was.
Part of it was in the desert, but like there's a scene where he's going down harbor.
Yeah,
so yeah.
But that was like 1984.
Yeah, it's still upon
like 40 years later. Whatever. Okay. Do you feel the need for speed? Yeah. Settle down. They were supposed to do a sequel to Top Gun, by the way, but I think it's kind of died off since Tony Scott passed away. So
yeah,
I don't think they're gonna do
Goose?
It. No, Tony Scott, the director.
Oh,
really? Goose? Really?
Shut up.
Goose died anyways.
He did?
Yeah.
That's why when you said he passed away, it was like,
oh my God.
Goose passed away?
Wow. Okay, anyhow. So, yeah, we are definitely getting a sequel to Jurassic World, and that is awesome, and I can't wait for them to announce that. I'm sure it's already been greenlit. I'm sure they've already started pre-production. And even, I think partly because of Chris Pratt's involvement with both Jurassic World and Marvel, they actually Marvel actually sent out a congratulations poster to Pratt and Colin Trevorrow and Steven Spielberg, which is basically Pratt in costume as Owen from Jurassic World riding a T-Rex while the Avengers are staring at him, kind of in shock and disbelief, and the T-Rex is holding Thor's hammer.
See what I mean about this whole time travel?
Shut up! And it was basically, it was done by artist Andy Park. He works in the visual department at Marvel Studios. and it was beautifully done. It's basically like Jurassic World is king, and they were basically bowing and saying, "Well done, beating our opening weekend numbers, and more power to you," basically, which is awesome. I thought that was a great.
It's a great
little
nod
to. I mean, like we always think as film fans that people are constantly competing, like oh, Marvel has to hate DC and DC has to hate Marvel, and it's a big battle. But you know what that battle really is? It's the fans.
No, it's the fans. It's the same thing.
I'm sure, like, the studios all get together and laugh at how stupid the nerds are for trying to start wars on Instagram and shit.
It's the same thing when people fight between Xbox and PlayStation. It's like, oh, Xbox is better, PlayStation is better. Well, it's all about user operability. I mean, and that's the thing. It's, again, between DC and Marvel, which one entertains your audience more? I mean, DC right now is more on kind of it's funny because DC is a bit more in tune with reality, in a sense.
In a sense, yeah.
But and I mean it's dark, all that stuff. Marvel is just it's exaggerated, but yeah, I mean so is DC. But the thing about DC is also, if you guys, you told me, is like DC, they aren't based on real locations.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually the fun thing for me about Marvel films, even Marvel Comics, is that, they say like, Spider-Man is from New York City, and I can go to New York City and have a real location in my head, or like the Thing in an old issue, I think in the 60s, he fought the Yancey Street Gang, and Yancey Street is a real street in New York.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can reference that, or they say Spider-Man lives in Forest Hills. Well, Forest Hills is not what it was back in the 60s, but it's still a real place.
It's like, where's Metropolis on the map when General Zod blew it up?
So. Metropolis was New York, or Gotham was like in Pittsburgh.
I know. Well,
or Detroit.
Was it Chicago?
Chicago, but in Dark Knight Rises they went to Pittsburgh.
Ah.
So,
okay.
Chicago.
I don't understand why you don't have the consistency.
I think it was what was available and what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think now, majority of their films are shooting in Canada. Like Suicide Squad is shooting up in, I think, in Vancouver. So that kind of helps. Well, that's also actually, I think, where, I think that's where Incredible Hulk was well shot. Their Harlem scenes, at least, for the ending fight. Anywho, yeah. So, if you haven't seen Jurassic World, please go out and see it. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. You'll get the nostalgia again. I can't wait to hear Tommy's review for that as well. Now, the other piece of news that has dropped is in the last week that actually has been confirmed is that Marvel has stated that they will not be doing a Comic-Con panel this year in Hall H. That means two things. One,
it's weird. Ant-Man's all over the frickin'...
I know. Ant-Man's all over, like, okay, we live in San Diego, so we get the nice big, basically Comic-Con is coming, banners on all the lampposts downtown, and the only image on the banner is Ant-Man.
Has the schedule been released for Hall H?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Because sometimes, and I mean, I've seen it a lot on the schedules last year, they put TBA, to be announced.
To be announced, yeah.
And there's been a couple instances where, like, Hideo Kojima, he showed up back in, like, 2010 or 2009, and it was completely unexpected. Nobody knew that Hideo was coming. Hideo Kojima is the creator of Metal Gear Solid. And, yeah, but it was just one of those things, like, it wasn't to be announced. It was one of those things that if you went on Comic-Con's webpage in the morning, if you looked at autographs, they updated it just that morning with him. Yeah. And it's like, they knew about it, but it was kind of one of those secret things. Well, kind of, I say kind of, because the line was still like 3 hours long to get an autograph with Hideo. So, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, the disadvantage is for the fans, really. Like, I'm sure Marvel will still be there, will still have their presence known with the booth, with stuff they do at their booth and whatnot. I'm sure they'll release some art for Ant-Man, for, what else is coming up? Civil War, I'm guessing. They'll probably have some stuff for that, maybe even for Doctor Strange, which would be awesome. But the other side of that is, that means DC needs to, like, jump on this and be on it like white on rice. Yeah. I mean, you have Suicide Squad filming, which, we've already half seen because people have recorded so many friggin' videos and set photos.
That's so stupid.
That I've actually stopped looking at DC fan pages.
I'm kind of wondering if that's one reason why Marvel's not there, is because there's so much set footage for Captain America Winter Soldier.
No, they shut that down pretty quick. I mean, yes, there was some set footage, but the majority of it was controlled by Marvel. I mean, like stuff that
really Marvel was releasing all those photos.
Some of their photos, yes, not all of them, but some of them.
Oh,
and like even some like backstage and behind the scenes studio photos were all released by Marvel. And some of the videos obviously were released by people just who were in that area recording.
Yeah.
But that was only maybe for like a couple days, and all of a sudden those videos just stopped coming in.
What they should be doing is that studios should be assessing a fine if any photos of a set or anything become leaked online. They should argue for theft of intellectual property. I would. It's not a freedom of speech thing or whatever. Basically these guys are filming to make money or whatever like that. And you guys, when people just randoms release pictures or whatever, it really does have a marketing effect. It affects
your view of the film.
It affects your take on the film, your anticipation.
Yeah.
It affects all that. Like, the reason why, and we've had a discussion about this, why Guardians of the Galaxy did so well, it's not the fact that everyone knew about it, it's the fact that Marvel knew how to market it. They knew how to get people hyped up for a movie that they're not sure
Well, they knew how to
about.
present a property you'd never heard of. And I'm really hoping that DC paid attention to that when they advertised Suicide Squad, because really, unless you're someone who spends every Wednesday at the comic book store for new issues, the masses are not really going to understand Suicide Squad. They're not going to get like, what the hell is this now? It's a bunch of mercenaries who look all freakish, who are going out and doing something. I'm not quite sure what. Catching the Joker? Are they work for Batman, or what do they do?
Well,
you get that kind of, point of view.
The other thing, too, I mean, this is not really a spoiler if you've been keeping up with Suicide Squad, but they released photos of Batman on set.
Yeah.
And it's like, because the first one, people were like, oh yeah.
The first one was just the Batmobile.
The first one was the Batmobile. The second one was, they're like, oh, I got a picture of Ben Affleck at a gas station in Canada. It's like, okay.
Yeah. But then they also started getting photos of him on the set as well.
Yeah, that's when it,
So, I'm really hoping then that with all that they maybe at least address that at Comic-Con, and then that they put out proper footage, be it proper photos, be it maybe a teaser poster, be it maybe a first trailer. I'm kind of hoping they drop that. So, and also, since we've already seen one teaser for Batman v Superman, I want to see another one at Comic-Con. Obviously, that's where they dropped their first one last year with that little 30-second of just Batman and Superman facing off very quick.
But they shouldn't show anything like... They shouldn't show the actual fight.
No.
A punch or anything? No, they shouldn't show anything like that.
But I think they should show you a little more set. Maybe show you Wayne Manor. Maybe show you a little more of Batman, I think. Don't show the fight. Obviously, that's something you want to save for a final trailer and obviously for the movie itself. But, show a little bit more of... Because really, you're introducing Batman.
Yeah, but you got enough hype on that film as it is. You don't need to...
we do, but we still don't have the marketing. Now we're less than a year away. Now is when you really want to start to build your marketing for a film like that. And what better place to start that?
Guardians of the Galaxy didn't start until, 7 months?
Yeah, this is about 7 months out. Because it's going to come out in March next year. And we are coming into July. That's 4 months.
I'm wondering if we'll push it. I'm not saying that March is a bad day. It's just with a movie that big, they would figure they'd make more money if they made it a summer movie.
They were going to. Remember, they had the same release date as Winter Soldier or as Civil War, and then they bumped off. But the nice thing about the March release date, no one's around it. So really, it's a smart move moving that. Yes, it is further back from the summer, but if a film like that does good, is able to grab its masses and grab the money, you will keep that momentum going into the start of summer. So you'll begin summer already with a good film leaving the theater, and you'll jump into another good film, hopefully with Captain America Civil War, and then you'll keep jumping into the summer with more properties as they come out. So, and really it's an advantage. Moving it to March was a good idea for DC.
All right.
And I think it will benefit them greatly. So, I hope it does, at least. I'm looking forward to it. So, I'm hoping to see some new stuff at Comic-Con from DC, and I'm really hoping to see that they step up their game for Hall H, since Marvel will not be there. So it's a little disheartening that they're not going to be there, but I'm kind of hoping that they're kind of screwing with everyone, and that they're going to pop up like a secret guest appearance. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of fun. That'd be fun. At least to me, it would be fun. Yesterday, Blue Sky Studios decided to release a new trailer for the Peanuts movie.
No.
Yeah. Everyone's so yay.
No, don't. I mean, what's crazy is that when was Peanuts made?
Peanuts was created back in I think the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, and they haven't aged at frickin' all.
Like Stewie on Family Guy. He hasn't aged at all. Peanuts is adorable. If you never read Peanuts, what the hell kind of childhood did you have? Created by Charles M. Schultz, the Charlie Brown, Linus, Lucy, Sally, Pigpen, Schroeder, the Little Redhead Girl. It's a classic staple of childhood.
Snoopy?
Huh?
Did you name off Snoopy?
I did not name off Snoopy. Or Woodstock, for that matter. I love Woodstock. Don't shrug
Actually, he's not even in the trailer.
Yes, he is.
Woodstock?
Woodstock is in there. Of the little birds, Woodstock's the main one.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying.
No, he's still in the trailer. Yeah, he's still in there.
All right, I'll have to watch it.
You have to watch it again now. Well done.
Shut up.
You proud of yourself? Huh? Yeah?
I saw it.
Did you? Yeah, if you... Obviously, pretty much everyone is familiar with Charlie Brown and Snoopy and the whole gang.
And the Christmas specials.
Yeah, if you watch Merry Christmas Charlie Brown every year, and Happy Thanksgiving Charlie Brown, and Snoopy...
Well, even the Macy's
Snoopy Come Home. Have you ever watched Snoopy Come Home? Where Snoopy leaves Charlie?
No.
It's really good. And there's a song in there, Snoopy Come Home, was done by the, what do they call it? The brothers. The Sherman Brothers, who worked for Disney. They did the music for that film. Snoopy Come Home. But yes, the new Peanuts movie is basically, I think, is Charlie Brown still being his same old, going to chemo self. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Little bald 5-year-old. Why is he bald at 5 years old?
Taking after Vin Diesel.
Wow, that's me. And apparently a new kid comes to town. He wants to kind of impress. It's a new girl coming to town. I'm kind of thinking this is the birth of the Little Redhead Girl, like her coming to the town where all the kids live. And I think that's where it's going, because that's how it seemed, at least to me. That's how I took the trailer. It looked fun. It had that same kind of... It had a neat little look as the old animated cartoons did, and the way they give you kind of like those profile views of the characters that you got in the comics and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's still the same little noises from the cartoons. Obviously the voice cast is different, but it still is familiar and similar to the voice cast from the 60s.
Yeah.
But all the little noises, the noises that the birds make, Snoopy's laugh, his Red Baron plane, all sound the same. So I'm really looking forward to this film. I remember hearing about it, kind of like I heard the Lego Movie. When I heard about the Lego Movie, I wasn't impressed. I was like, really? They're making a Lego Movie? And then I heard that they're doing a Peanuts movie. I was like, really? This is going to be like schlocky and like B-rated, B-grade, and eh. But then they released the first trailer back in November, which I thought was adorable. And this one is just great. It feels like a Schultz cartoon in 3D. That's really what it feels like.
Yeah, the animation does look...
The animation's
I'm
very
looking forward
good.
to seeing that.
So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
And so we will see. I think it's supposed to come out, around Thanksgiving. Just in time for all the holidays.
What did you think? Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown! Did you ever watch that one?
Thanksgiving, Christmas...
Valentine's Day.
I don't know. I can't remember Valentine's Day.
There is a Valentine's Day one. I don't know why, but there is.
There probably is.
The most famous one is still Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
That's still the most famous one.
I was going to say, I know I've seen that multiple times.
Everyone's seen that one. That's the class. That's the classic one. That's like the introduction to Charlie Brown in your youth if you didn't read the cartoon strips. I think I still have the last strip that was in a Sunday paper before Schultz died. It was the last one he did. I think I still have it. And that was back in like 98, I think. 98, 99, somewhere around there I think he passed away.
Damn.
Yeah. So I still have it. It's not my parents' house, but I still have that piece. So yeah, that's a film I'm really looking forward to. Did you ever watch the Thanksgiving one?
Probably.
I laughed hysterical the first time I heard it. Mainly because like they talk about there's supposed to be like little pilgrims and such getting on a boat, and they say and they boarded with a pig, a duck, and a handful of cocks, which they're meaning chickens and roosters.
Yeah. But
they said a handful of cocks. So when I stopped laughing, I rewound it and watched it again.
Were you 8?
No, I believe I was 22 at the time. But that's not the point. pig, a duck, and a handful of cocks. I'm sorry. Don't roll your eyes. You know it's funny too. It was hilarious. I still laugh about it every Thanksgiving night. It pops in my head. And, it's great to start laughing yourself at dinner around your family.
This is why kids can't enjoy the movie.
This is why kids can't listen to this show.
They're going to have a kid. What does that mean, Daddy?
What does that mean? Means chicken. Go to your room.
It means something that, this show's too much for you. Go to your room.
Sorry.
This one's PG-13.
Actually, yes. The show's on the border of R. So, as with every podcast, we always like to watch a movie while we do the show. So tonight we're watching The Adventures of Tintin, which came out in 2011, directed by Steven Spielberg, produced by Peter Jackson, starring Jamie Bell, Andy Serkis, Daniel Craig, if you didn't know that, yes, Daniel Craig plays Red Rackham, and Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Toby Jones. This is, I think this is the first movie to be done completely motion capture. The entire film was done in one room with wireframe props, like glass bottles and swords, that were all marked up for motion capture. The boat was all wireframe boat that they got in, going up and down stairs. Doors were wireframe door frames, and all the characters were done motion capture. I think it's the first film to be that way. And I know that they had said they're going to do a trilogy. The first film, The Adventures of Tintin, was going to be directed by Steven Spielberg. The second film was going to be directed by Peter Jackson, and the third film was going to be directed by both of them. I think it was going to be a conclusion. Now, the first film deals with The Secret of the Unicorn, and I think The Crab with the Golden Claw, I believe, is the two stories blended in here, which is Tintin first meeting Captain Haddock, and them searching for the unicorn and the treasure that is part of its legend. So, this was a fun... unfortunately, this film didn't get as high praise as it should have when it came out. I think it was a little creepy, the way some of the animation was. And even looking at it now, especially the way they did Tintin, he looks very real. Almost like when, remember when Final Fantasy Spirits Within came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirits Within had a bit more, what do you call it, light and shading. This one's a bit more, I'm not saying it doesn't have light and shading, but Final Fantasy had a bit more detail, I think.
I don't know, you're looking at a 10-year difference in animation. Because Spirits Within came out like 2000.
I'd have to watch Spirits Within again.
So yeah, this one, it's a very good film. If you like Indiana Jones, if you like The Goonies, you like those kind of adventure films, then this is right up your alley for that. So it's a really fun movie. You got to pay attention a little bit to really get the story, but it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. So this week was a small week for movies as far as news goes. Obviously, we try to keep on top of it as best we can, and some weeks are better than others. Hopefully next week we can do a full review for Jurassic World for you. I'll give you one more chance to see it. If you want to see it again, go see it again. It's awesome. I think I'm going to go see it again probably this weekend.
I think a lot of people will see it.
I think so. I'm actually kind of wondering if it's going to stay number one this weekend, because this weekend you have Pixar's Inside Out is coming out. I don't know if that's going to take the top spot, or if Jurassic World's going to hold it.
Jurassic Park will.
Really? You think so?
Disney, Pixar, I don't know, to me, Inside Out, it will get up there, but I think Jurassic World will still hold the position. I still think it will.
I've been seeing that a lot. Like, a lot of people are saying Jurassic World's going to hold the number one. I really don't know. I think Pixar, with the reviews and such I'm hearing for Inside Out, it's really getting compared up there with Up as far as like maturity, and even with what's the other one I'm thinking of? Not WALL-E. I think maybe it's just Up. Getting a lot of those comparisons as far as like, for adults and for kids. No, that's not Pixar film, it's a Disney film.
Oh yeah, that's
right. So, I don't know. To me, that coin is still flipping in the air.
Is Toy Story considered?
Yeah, Pixar is Toy Story. Toy Story's
Pixar mature film. Though.
No, depending on your perception of it. Like, if you step back and look at The Incredibles, that's really a film more for the parents than it is for the kids. Because it deals with, getting older, losing your golden years, is your spouse cheating on you, dealing with a marriage and kids. It's really a film for adults. The Incredibles.
That happened in the first movie?
Yeah. Because, in The Incredibles... Who
was cheating on who?
She thought Mr. Incredible was cheating on her. Spoilers.
That's right.
She finds the hair on his suit. She finds the hair on his suit. She thinks he's cheating on her. Really, that movie is for the adults more so than the kids.
Well, because it got Samuel L. Jackson.
Wow. Really? Have you seen any movie ever? He's the black guy. And even obviously Up. If you saw Up, that's very much.
That's Pixar too, right?
That's Pixar as well.
That is the mature. That's the most mature one, I think.
It's very much for adults. I mean, those first 15 minutes just break your heart on that film.
Yeah,
it's so good. That's still a better love story than Twilight. I'm sorry, Twihards. I think Twihards have died off. I think now it's all about 50 Shades of Grey.
It's about 50 Shades of
and Insurgent and what's the other one? Maze Runner and Hunger Games.
I'll take Maze Runner because Maze Runner is a bit more. It's a bit more mature.
It's Sausage Fest.
It's exaggerated too. No, there's one girl.
Ooh, it's still a Sausage Fest. You know what that's like? It's like the one girl who wanders in the comic book store with this bunch of guys.
So you know how to describe this scenario very well.
You know what? Don't worry about it. Shut up. I was in high school.
Same with me.
I try not to remember it. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Again, it was a little thin on the news this week, but go see a movie. Please, go see something. Go see Inside Out. Go see Jurassic World. Go see... what's that one thing about Earl and the Dying Girl? It looks really good.
The one with the dying girl?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Shit. Earl and the Dying Girl, something like that. I can't remember the title off the top of my head.
It's... how's it doing in the box office, though?
It's an indie film, so I think it only released in a few theaters over the weekend.
So it's selected release, yeah.
Limited release.
Yeah.
So, go see a movie, and then when you do, tell us about it. Leave your comments in the comment section if you like our videos. If you like our page, please subscribe. Please like our videos. We really love and could use your support. We have a lot of fun doing the show, and we hope you enjoy listening to us. Listen to us on the way to work, at your workouts, when you're cooking at home, if you're bored. If you want to go to sleep, we can be very boring too. So, thanks for listening. This has been a CineMunnPodcast with Time Metropolis.
Thank you very much.
I'm your host, Vince Munn. We'll see you next time.